Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Saunch here. Welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. I so want to just like have a piece of paper like in today's episode. Anywho, side tangent, we just finished up the Yamamoto Cup Pro in Italy. Big lineup. I thought a lot of great guys showed up for this show. We had some of the people. Let's just go ahead and go through the scorecard. At the end of the day, when the cards fell and everything and the dust settled, Vlad Suhoruchko ended up winning this show, making big improvements from his fifth place finish at this year's Portugal Pro, or the Big Man Evolution. In second place, knocking off potentially my pick to win or place second, is Mohammed El Imam, who placed seventh at last year 2021's Arnold Classic. He placed seventh. So big improvements for him. Now, sometimes it is a little difficult to compare an Arnold Classic to a European Open Pro show. That being said, I think that he should be happy with this second place finish, and I'm sure he's going to continue his campaign, his season with, I think there's around 4 or 5 men's open bodybuilding shows that are Olympia qualifications left this season. But of course, let me know your thoughts on Mohammed El Imam placing second here. Very happy for him. I thought he brought a great package. We'll go into detail into each person's physique as soon as I get done running through the scorecard. In third place, who I actually thought was probably going to be the favorite to battle it out, was Andrea Muzi. Now, not the Olympian Andrea Presti, Andrea Muzi. Now, Muzi is a great bodybuilder, great structure, tiny waist, and I'll leave my critiques and my praises for the end when we go through the individual presentations, but he didn't bring his best package, and I think that that's what led to him placing third after his very impressive second place finish at the Portugal Pro. So he beat out Vlad this year by a good 3 places, and then now falling to third, 2 places behind Vlad. So it's exciting to see the new blood moving up and making big improvements on the scorecard. So big congratulations to Vlad Suhoruchko and these other 2 gentlemen on their top 3 finishes. We have Jamie Christian Johal, or Johan. I always mess up his name. Congratulations to him. Happy to see him still competing. Now, if you don't remember, he did talk briefly. He had a health scare this year. I do believe it was a heart issue or a heart scare. So please let me know. Clarify down below if you are one of those big UK bodybuilding fans and you have the inside scoop there. Please share it with the community here in BNN. Very happy to see him here. Very happy to see him representing the taller folks and the UK bodybuilding scene here in Italy. Obviously, I'm not in Italy, but here at the Yamamoto Cup Pro. So congratulations to his 4th place finish. Roman Fritz coming in off of a disappointing, I'm sure for him, disappointing finish at Texas. You know, not placing as highly as what people were expecting. He had a lot of hype coming into that show, being a perennial returning guest on the Fuad Abiad bodybuilding podcast. And I think, and I'm sure that's built a great audience for him. And I'm very happy for him with that. Not the greatest placing for him here either, but big improvements nonetheless. Coming into the first call out, Roman Rex Fitz, Fritz. And let's go ahead and get into the comments, critiques, and praises. We'll start from the bottom and move our way up as we are talking about Mr. Roman Fritz here. I thought Roman brought a much fuller package compared to his Texas presentation, his Texas physique. From what I remember of his coach talking, he did over diet coming into the Texas Pro, and that's what led to I don't want to say stringy physique and presentation, but a smaller presentation. To be fair, the best conditioning and separation on stage, but the size that was lost in that dieting process led to him getting a not favorable decision when it comes to where he landed on that scorecard. So Very happy for Roman Fritz in his presentation here at the Yamamoto Pro Cup. I thought he did a phenomenal job, and I'm sure him, his team, his camp, and his fans are happy with that 5th place finish. So big congratulations to Roman Fritz here at the Yamamoto Cup. Moving back up the list, Jamie Christian Johal, or Johan, I think it's Johal, 4th place. Again, we talked about how he placed. We talked about the presentation, being that big fella on stage. I was happy with the package that he brought here. Very big, tall, really stands above the other competition in just pure mass. There is always going to be a conversation, at least for Jamie here, that he could always come in a little sharper. Everyone could come in a little sharper. But I'd like to see his quads, especially from the front here, as we can see this comparison shot from prejudging doing the front lat spread. I'd like to see more separation in the quads, especially, I'm a big fan of the conditioning. You look at someone like Nick Walker, where the striations and separations tie all the way into the posing trunks. I think if Jamie brought that level of conditioning, even comparable to Vlad here, great conditioning all the way into the posing trunks, the striations, and same to Roman Fritz as well. That's what I like to see when I think about a very conditioned competitor. From the back, as they put Jamie in the middle, he really does show just how big he is, but the density in the back is where I think he really lost out here. Compared to the other gentlemen, I think Roman Fritz brought great conditioning in the hamstrings and the glutes, especially the way he poses. I think is very strategic and very smart to spike the foot farther back and allowing the glute to really show that separation and striations, as he has phenomenal glute striations. But overall, I thought Jamie did a phenomenal job, and I'm sure he's happy with this finish. Keep moving back up the list here. Let's go ahead and talk about, my pick for the show, Andrea Muzi. Now, I thought that he was going to, coming out of 2nd place from the Portugal Pro, I thought that he was going to come into the show and really not shock people, but just show people that he's serious and he's here to be a threat and one of the top European bodybuilders coming into the, obviously US dominated Mr. Olympia. Now we look at Andrea Muzi here. Same photos from the front, doing the front lat spread. Not as much separation in the quads. He is spiking the leg, but I don't think it's a good shot for him. I don't think he was completely set, which would make me think it's just not a fair comparison. But he does look like just not as hard. It looks like his midsection is distended, so I think he's mid-breath. So just not a good shot to compare him for, so I don't want to critique him too bad. From the back, I think he's pretty set here, but not a lot of detail, not a lot of fullness, density in the back. Just pretty shallow looking back. And I know some people already mentioned it, but he does have quite a bad case of back acne. You can see a lot of scarring compared to, you look at Mohammed here, who has like super clean, super smooth skin. Obviously, I don't think the judges are judging on that, but it is something to point out. We always want to be the most healthiest, best versions of ourselves here on BNN and around the world. And I think that focusing on the health is very, very important. So if that's something that he could address moving into his next show, I think that would help him a lot. I also think he's losing some size with that, the gap between the adductors are on the inside of the legs. If he were to bring his legs just a little closer together to close off that gap, it's going to give him that illusion of looking thicker and wider. And it's going to help him be wider, or at least be perceived as wider compared to these other massive gentlemen, especially when he's standing next to the winner, Vlad Suhoruchko. And then from the front, as we keep moving through these shots, from the front, I didn't think he looked as impressive as we've seen him before. He might be just a little flat. I'm not sure. He almost looks better if you look at the back screen. The way his lats flare out and the midsection nice and tapered. Not the best presentation from him. And to be fair, it's not the best shot for some of these guys. Vlad's is definitely not his favorite shot, the front double. So congratulations nonetheless to Andrea Muzi. I know he's done a lot of shows this year, so it's going to help with his points trying to qualify for the Olympia. And, heck, he's already in shape. I'm surprised if he wouldn't continue his competitive season. But congratulations to Andrea Muzi on a third place finish. Moving into second place, Mohamed El Imam. Like I said, I was very impressed with him coming from seventh place at the 2021 Arnold Classic. If he's done another show since then, please let me know, but I don't remember seeing him on any scorecards, and my notes reflect that he hasn't done any shows since then. My index of notes, right? But seventh place Arnold Classic, great placing for him. Coming into this show, massive points with a second place finish. I would assume he's going to continue his season, just like the rest of these gentlemen. There's a few more European shows. We have the new France Pro. We have Prague. We have Romania, I do believe. We have the Arnold UK, invitation only, but we do have that show as well. And I don't think there's any others in the European Union. There is the Legion Sport coming up, which is a men's open bodybuilding in Nevada, in Reno. So definitely look out for that one. But overall, I really liked Mohamed El Imam. Very thick, very full, very bubbly, and a great full chest on this front lat spread. Honestly, I think that him and Vlad could have battled it out for the 1 and 2, but I think Vlad just beat him out just a little bit on the detail. He was just a tad bit sharper. But of course, if you guys think I'm way off on that critique and that praise, please let me know. I'm always here to hear the comments down below, as this is a conversation between you and me, not just me talking into my little lens on my camera. Anywho, any doodle. Loved what he brought here from the back. Very bubbly, very full. I'm wondering if he would have come in a little bit sharper, if he could have won the show. But I think that the big, full, bubbly 3D look to him, big round muscle, gave him that the look that nobody else brought. Because everyone else brought really good conditioning, but he brought really, really big fullness. And I think that that's what gave him that good look. From the front, probably the best front double bicep on stage. Just the way he's able to present the lats, great flow from the midsection. He does have a larger distension with the midsection and the obliques kind of rolling over into the posing trunks. Not a huge fan of that, so hopefully he can make that correction coming into the next show. You know, maybe he carved up too much, or he had too much fluids coming into the show. You know, that peak week can kind of get a little crazy. Not too sure what him and his camp decided for that one, but if you guys do know, let me know. I'd love to know. But great quad sweep, great calves, probably the best calves on the show, I'm not gonna lie. Great delt insertions, very full look. He has a really good package, and I thought he's very deserving of that second place finish. Moving into the winner, ladies and gentlemen, Vlad Suhoruchko, the young blood, the impaler, coming out of the UK, or out of the EU, European Union, and just really dominating this show. I thought he did a phenomenal job presenting the best package possible for himself, and I'm sure his team and his fans are very happy with the presentation that he brought to the show. And really, what I'm hoping that this is going to be doing is it's going to be a turning of the page in Vlad Suhoruchko's competitive history. Now, he's been one of those guys who's always going to be looked at as a first call-out gentleman, but I'm hoping with this win here at the Yamamoto Cup Pro in 2022, this is going to be the turning of the page. He placed 5th this year at Portugal. He's coming into Italy, getting that win. He's qualified for the Olympia. I'm hoping him and his camp shut it down, take the time off, prep. We're about 15 weeks out from the Olympia, and I'm hoping that he's going to bring the best package possible to really give the fans, the judges, and his competitors the best presentation of what his package can bring, of what Vlad can do against the best of the best in the IFBB. Now, obviously, there's going to be some things that are going to be popping up. He's going to need to get over to the U.S., so he needs to get on top of that visa. We always have to worry about that with Hadi and the other gentlemen coming into the U.S., especially, you know, some places still wear masks. I still have to wear a mask at work, so we still are within the pandemic, but I'm hoping that nothing pops up for Vlad coming into the Olympia this year as it returns to Las Vegas. But ladies and gentlemen, big congratulations to everyone that competed here. If you guys thought somebody should have placed higher than somebody else, please discuss in the comment sections below. And of course, you can always comment on my Instagram posts if you guys want a quicker response. If you want to see someone come on this show in the near future, someone specific or a returning guest or a panel of guests, please comment below which guest you want to see here on BNN. But that'll do it. My name is Saunch. I'm your host here on BNN. Thank you so much for watching another coverage of a pro show here, the Yamamoto Pro Cup. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.